Hey, what's up guys? Phil here, and this is a review for the Blue Yeti X professional USB microphone. You'll receive the microphone, 6.5-foot micro USB cable, and a quick start guide. The guide shows you, through pictures, what each of the controls on the microphone does, but doesn't really do a great job explaining what everything is, so I'll try and add a bit of clarification throughout this review. Note that this is a side address mic and should be upright when you're speaking into it. Do not speak into the top of it because it won't be able to pick up your voice from that angle. Let's take a moment to look at and understand the mic polar pickup patterns of the Yeti X Pro. If you've used the Blue Yeti before, you're probably already familiar with these, so you can skip ahead, or just stick around for a quick refresher. The first one we have here is stereo mode, and just like it sounds, the microphone picks up different left and right channels, and it's perfect for capturing a natural and realistic sound image, that is, placement of where the sounds are coming from when there are multiple sound sources in front of the microphone. Now, if I turn the mic around, you should hear me moving to the right side of your headphones or speakers. And then if I keep going, there's a bit of a dead spot at the back of the mic. And we keep turning now, and I should be in your left speakers or headphones. And if I keep turning, then we should be back at the front. And that is stereo mode. The next mode here is omnidirectional, and the sound should be picked up here equally all around the mic. So while I'm turning the microphone and speaking, you should hear about no difference from any direction. The microphone should be picking up my voice about the same because I'm keeping it the same distance from my mouth. And now we're back at the front. So for that mode, there really shouldn't be any difference as you're moving around the microphone. The next mode is cardioid, and this one is particularly good at picking up sounds that are directly in front of the microphone. So if I turn the microphone to the side, you should hear a little bit of a dead spot, and if we keep turning towards the back, it should be a little more muted in the back because that's where it is the most buffered. And then back to the left side, again, another null area of the microphone, and back to the front where we are picking up my voice directly in front of the microphone. And the last mode is the figure 8 or bidirectional pattern. This one is good for interviews with two people where someone is speaking in front and on the opposite side of the microphone. As I turn the microphone to the right, there should be a dead spot to the side. And then as I approach the rear, you should be able to hear my voice loud and clear again because I am on the opposite side of the microphone. And now we're back to the side where we should have another dead spot. And back to the front once again, where the primary speaker is speaking from. The Yeti X has a pretty similar shape to its predecessor, the Blue Yeti, and is about 11.25 inches tall in its desktop stand. Its weighted 5-inch diameter base has a foam pad on the bottom to keep it from sliding and provides some vibration buffering. The rest of the stand is made from thick, heavy steel with a matte black finish, and the blue logo is in chrome on the back. On the back of the mic itself is the input pattern selection button and LED indicators. At the base of the mic, you have the headphone output port, micro USB port, and 5/8-inch threaded boom and stand mounting hole. At the front of the microphone, you'll find the blue logo again, and below that, the gain and settings dial. To adjust the gain, just twist the dial on the front. The blue LEDs indicate the gain. The green LEDs, on the other hand, are a live sound meter and show you the current sound levels that it's picking up. If you short press the dial key, you'll mute the microphone, and the LED ring inside the dial changes to red. It's pretty subtle though, and might be hard to see in a brightly lit room. If you press and hold the dial, the LEDs change to white, which allow you to adjust the headset monitor volume. And if you press and hold it again, the LEDs turn magenta, and you can change the balance between listening to mic input and your computer's audio through the monitor headset. All the LED colors can be customized in the G-Hub settings as well. Okay guys, so let's jump in with a little sound test here. I currently have the Yeti X about 8 inches in front of me, and what you'll notice with this mic is that if you're any sort of distance away from it, you're going to want to turn up the gain. So I have it set to about 3 dots out of 11. According to Logitech G-Hub, that's 24 out of 100. So if I turn the gain down to 0, you're going to find that the pickup drops off considerably. If you didn't catch that, I said the pickup drops off considerably. Ideally, you're going to want to talk into the front side of the microphone as close as you possibly can. It's still a little bit quiet, so I'm just going to turn the gain back up a bit. Now you'll notice that I have my studio monitor headphones on, and they are plugged directly into the microphone. I have the balance set in the middle so I can hear my computer's audio output as well as my own voice through the headphones as side tone input. Now you can change all of these settings found on the physical buttons on the microphone in G-Hub as well. Now one of the things that you can do with the Yeti X that you couldn't do with older Yeti mics is apply live filters to your voice via Blue Voice, again found in G-Hub. So let's have a listen here to some of the presets. Let's choose a Broadcaster 1. Now you'll notice that this preset has increased the gain quite a bit, so my voice just got a lot louder, and you might hear a little bit more of background noise or keyboard clicks or mouse clicks. Also, because I don't have a pop filter on this microphone, you're going to hear me breathing, you're going to hear plosives and sibilants like P's and F's really harshly. And with the gain set so high, I actually don't have to be as close to the microphone as I did before. Okay, so we have some other profiles you can pick, like Broadcaster 2. And there we go. And in this profile, the EQ is changed a little bit, and there are a few tweaks to the other settings, which give a fuller, deeper, and rounder sound. Each of these profiles varies somewhat from each other. For example, AM radio will give a more compressed sounding audio, and you can adjust them too to suit what you think sounds good to your ear. One thing you do have to keep in mind is after you close out of G-Hub, your mic will still be using the profile you last selected, even after you restart your computer. The other thing is that through the monitoring headphones, you actually can't hear the Blue Voice filter being applied. So what I hear is just my voice. And it's completely possible for me to be unaware that I still have the AM radio filter on, until I go back and listen to the recording, of course. So make sure that you have the sound profile you want selected before broadcasting or recording. After having used the Blue Yeti mic for many years, I will say that having the live voice processing is pretty awesome. Not only does it save me time in post-processing because I can remove more ambient noise up front, but I think the sound produced is just a little bit more rich and clean sounding, thanks to the new 4-capsule condenser array, which is a step up from the 3-capsule design of the previous model. The last thing I want to talk about is the screw mount on the bottom of the mic. Now it's a 5/8 inch diameter thread, so for most mic stands and booms, you'll need to get a 3/8 inch adapter. I recommend the stainless steel metal ones, because I've gotten the brass ones before, but they're kind of soft, and the threads strip easily on those. You'll need to remove the Yeti X from its stand by removing the thumb screws on either side of it. Once you've attached the adapter, you can mount the mic on standard 3/8 inch stands, booms, and shock mounts to suit your setup. Whether you're a podcaster, musician, or singer, the Yeti X Pro delivers crisp, clean, and reliable sound performance for a pretty affordable price. If you're considering between the two and can afford to spend the extra money, I definitely recommend the Yeti X Pro over the Blue Yeti. But if you're on a tight budget or already have the original Blue Yeti, you probably won't notice a huge difference unless you plan to use Blue Voice processing for a completely different sound and feel. So hopefully this has given you a good idea of the functionality, features, and performance of the Yeti X Pro microphone. I hope you enjoyed this review. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'll put a link to the product in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join me next time.